Hi guys. So recently I have posted a poll on my Instagram asking a few questions about the menstrual health of the girls, and surprisingly I have received many answers and many messages relating to that poll, and 40% of the people have said that they are having these irregular periods, and more than 80% of the people have said that they are having these troubles in maintaining the healthy weight, and also they have stated that they are having these painful periods. So in this video I want to address that key issues that most of the girls are suffering with, that what are these irregular periods exactly mean. Are all these irregular periods really refer to the PCOS condition, and how to diagnose that PCOS condition by your own, and are these PCOS conditions curable, and what is that specific care that you have to take while you are suffering with this PCOS condition, and what are the main causes of this PCOS condition specifically. So in this video I am going to address all these key issues that are related to the health of the girls, menstrual health of the girls specifically. So let's get started discussing about that key issues that most of the girls are suffering with nowadays. So hello guys, and welcome to my channel Study with Science, and if we were meeting for the first time, I am Pavani, and I'll help you by sharing knowledge related to several science related things, and I'll also help you with communication skills and English speaking skills. So yes, one thing that I have to bring to your notice is that recently I have checked the analytics of my YouTube channel, and I'm very much happy that my YouTube channel is doing really great. But one thing that really broke my heart is, so while I was checking this analytics of my YouTube channel, what I found is most of the people who are watching my videos are the people who haven't subscribed to my channel yet. So if you really don't like my videos, or if you find my videos that are not at all useful to you, and if you're not subscribing to my channel, that's completely okay. So but if you are that one person who are watching my videos, who are liking my videos, who are finding my videos useful, and if you're forgetting to subscribe to my channel, please do it right now. Please to subscribe to my channel, and by doing that one simple thing, by simply hitting on this subscribe button, you are going to create a great impact on me. You are going to encourage me, and this encouragement makes me to do lots and lots of videos that might be useful to many of the people. So please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and yes, I know that you are doing it right now. Thanks in advance. And yeah, so now let's get started discussing about this PCOS condition in detail. So one thing before starting this video is, recently I have discussed many points related to this PCOS condition in one of my live videos. So if you want to check that out, I'll mention the link in the description box. You can go and check it out. So in this video, I'm just summarizing the points that I have mentioned in that live, and also I'm going to add some new points of my study to this video, so that this video might be very helpful to most of the girls who are suffering with this irregular periods. So please watch this video completely and mention in the comments whether it is useful to you or not, and also mention the doubts that you're having related to this PCOS condition. So while discussing about these irregularities in the menstrual cycles, so we'll hear the two words. One is PCOS and one is PCOD. So what is the difference between this PCOS condition and PCOD? So see, and another question that I'm going to address is, which of these conditions is worse? Is it PCOD condition that worse, or the PCOS? So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome, while PCOD is polycystic ovarian disease. So this PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease, is a condition where our ovaries produces immature eggs, and these immature eggs eventually turns into cysts, which are water bubbles, and these water bubbles are going to stay in the ovaries, so that the ovaries are usually unhealthy. And cystic ovaries, polycystic ovaries, means the ovaries are containing a huge amount of water bubbles, and these water bubbles are the immature eggs that the ovaries are releasing. So this is the condition of polycystic ovarian disease. So while coming to polycystic ovarian syndrome, so what is this polycystic ovarian syndrome is, our ovaries, in addition to the female sex hormones, our ovaries produces male sex hormones in a minute amounts. So in this PCOS condition, our ovaries are going to produce more amount of androgens that are male hormones. So because of this male hormones, the ovaries are going to release this immature eggs, and these immature eggs are eventually developing into the cystic forms. So polycystic ovarian syndrome is mostly related to the male hormones, hormonal imbalances, or we can also say it as an endocrine disorders. So the hormones are very much important in maintaining the metabolic activity of the individual. So as this PCOS condition is mostly signifies about the hormonal imbalances, the PCOS condition is very much worse when compared to the PCOD. So if you are going to treat this PCOS condition, the PCOD condition is not going to create a great loss to you. So we have to first treat the hormonal imbalances of this PCOS condition, which is the first and foremost main important thing. So one main important problem of this PCOS condition or this PCOD condition is, we know that it is common. So if you search the articles related to this PCOS condition, they state that 1/3 of the global population are suffering with this PCOS condition. Means 1/3 of the female global population are suffering with this PCOS condition. So what we think is this PCOS condition is very common. So let me ask a question. So diabetes is very common. So does it mean that it is okay to have diabetes? Absolutely not. So that eventually implies that you are in a you are having this illness, or you are not having this healthy lifestyle. You can't manage this healthy lifestyle. So likewise, the PCOS condition is also a disease, is also an illness, and it is not okay to have PCOS. So it is absolutely not okay to have PCOS. At the end of the day, this is also a condition, this is also a disease, this is also an illness. So we have to mainly observe the risk factors of the disease. While we are going to know about the risk factors of the disease, then we can understand the seriousness of the disease, and then we'll take a good care of the disease. So first of all, to understand the risk factors of the PCOS, we have to know the causes of the PCOS. First of all, let us discuss about the causes of the PCOS. So many articles and many studies shows that the main causes of the exact causes of the PCOS are not well known, but many studies shows that the main important cause of this PCOS is insulin resistance. So what is this insulin resistance? So we take carbohydrates, right? We take many sugar containing foods, idli, rice, and these are all carbohydrates, these are all sugar containing foods. So when you are taking these sugar containing foods, our blood is going to have some glucose. So it's quite normal. So excess of this glucose should be converted into the glycogen, which is a stored form of glucose. So though if you are not a science girl, if you are not a Pcos student, or if you are not this girl who knows the science, you can understand this terminology, understand what is happening here in our body. It is very important to know that. So please don't skip the video if you are an MPC or engineering student. You have to know all these things. So this glucose must be converted into the glycogen with the help of this one compound called insulin. So what insulin do is, insulin converts the glucose into glycogen. So insulin resistance is, our body cells are resistant to the insulin. Means our body cells are not going to act in response to the insulin. So the glucose is not going to convert it into the glycogen. Here there are two problems. So while the glucose is, insulin in our body is not getting utilized, our body had more amount of insulin. So our insulin content will get increased. So More insulin means the more amount of glucose must be converted into glycogen. So here in this condition, it is not happening because the glucose, blood cells are also resistant to the insulin. So that glucose is not going to convert it into the glycogen. So more amount of glucose is to be presented in the blood. So we know this more amount of blood glucose condition is called diabetes. So polycystic ovarian syndrome or polycystic ovarian disease girls who are suffering with this condition are going to be more prone to the diabetes mellitus. So many 80% of the people who are suffering with this PCOS condition are having this diabetes. So we are very much prone to this PCOS condition. So, and also this insulin. So what is over insulin in our body is doing is insulin mainly acts on the male hormones. So this insulin is going and asking or pushing the ovaries to release more and more male hormones. Those are androgens. So in a female body, male hormones, the content of the male hormones is going to be increased. So that the features that males having like facial hair, acne, rough skin, thinning of the scalp, so all these symptoms are going to appear. So in addition to that, the first and foremost symptom is missing of the periods. So irregular menstrual periods. So mostly irregular menstrual periods mainly implies to this PCOS condition. So one risk factor is diabetes mellitus. So if you are having this PCOS condition, you are more prone to this diabetes mellitus. So underline this point so that we are going to discuss about the care to be taken in the PCOS condition. You are going to understand the care to be taken in the PCOS condition. If you want to understand that, you have to understand this. Next one is if your hormonal imbalances are happening, and one for most important thing is, so PCOS male hormones, if you compare the weights of the male and female hormones, weight of the healthy male will have more weight when compared to the healthy female weight. Okay, that is quite normal in our in these humans. So even the females are going to have this abnormal weight irrespective of the food they are taking. Though if they are taking this small amount of foods, their weight is going to increase abnormally. So what are these risk factors if you're having this obesity? Obviously, it's high blood pressure and many heart disorders. So if you're having this PCOS, you're going to have more and more heart diseases. Means you're very much prone to the heart diseases. So we must be very careful of that heart diseases too. So one is PCOS and one is diabetes mellitus and another one is heart diseases, cardiac related diseases. And another one is, so we are going to miss the periods, right? We are having this irregular menstrual periods. So the uterine linings are not going to shed every month as usually. So more and more uterine linings are going to be built up in our uterus. So hence it results in endometrial cancers. So if you are the girl who are suffering with this PCOS, you are very much prone to this endometrial cancers as well. So which is the most serious complication of this PCOS condition. So if you think that this is very much serious condition, that it is not getting cured by any of the medicines and all, so there is no such scope that you have to think that you are not going to get cured of this PCOS. So I am a live example of this. So I used to suffer with this PCOS condition, and recently 3 months back I have made some changes in my lifestyle, and I have made some changes, small changes in my diet, so that I have normalized from this PCOS, and not completely normalized, but I have reduced the symptoms of the PCOS, and my periods are about to get to normal. So these small changes, if you have inculcated these small diet changes, small lifestyle modifications, then 100% sure you're going to get rid of this PCOS condition. So now let us discuss about this. What are that major changes that you have to make while you are suffering with this PCOS condition? So the first and foremost thing is exercise. We have to do at least half an hour of exercise daily, and you can skip 1 or 2 days in a week, but daily 1 hour of half an hour of exercise is must and should, and that is mandatory. So what happens with this doing 1 hour of exercise is all the metabolism. If you are obese, if you are having this overweight, means we are going to have this metabolic disorders. So our metabolic disorders are to be normalized, and through this metabolism our hormones are going to be normalized, and most importantly the glucose is going to be utilized, the energy, the glucose, blood glucose is going to be utilized, so that we'll not be able to get this diabetes condition. And also this is going to bring some hormonal, this is going to bring the hormones to the normal level if you're doing exercise daily. So half an hour, minimum half an hour of exercise every day is mandatory to the PCOS condition patient. So if you are having this PCOS, you must strictly stick on to this exercise. No matter what kind of exercise you do this workout, like you do jogging, you do skipping, you do dancing, you do like badminton, whatever it is, but you have to make this happen. A minimum half an hour of exercise daily you have to inculcate in your life. This is must and should. And another thing is we have to minimize the levels of the carbohydrates that we are taking. So minimize the carbohydrates and increase the protein content in your diet. So minimize this carbohydrates level. So what is happening is you are not taking these sugars directly from your diet, so that the sugar contents are to be minimalized, and the insulin that is going to be released in your body is getting to be minimized. And so low amount of insulin means the male hormones which are going to be released from the ovaries are going to be low. So that low insulin means low male hormones, so that the hormones are going to be balanced. So that is why you have to minimize the carbohydrates level. And another thing you have to inculcate in your life is, if you are a strict addict to the coffee or tea, immediately you have to cut coffee and tea. And this caffeine, there are many studies that shows that caffeine is going to cause this PCOS, means is one of the factors that causes this PCOS. So you can cut the coffee, and occasionally, like monthly once, you can take it. That's completely fine. But you should not stick on to the coffee daily. So that is very much dangerous. And one more thing is you have to strictly avoid these packed items and this junk foods, and you have to strictly avoid all these things. And please try to do it at least for 1 month, like do half an hour of exercise and take a healthy food and avoid all this junk food and carbohydrate food containing food, and you're going to see a major change in your weight. First of all, in your weight you're going to see a major change, and this eventually normalizes your menstrual cycles. So this is going to create a great impact on your health. So what I used to say is, what the study says, the initial 5 to 10% reduction in your weight minimizes many of the PCOS symptoms. This improves the symptoms of the PCOS condition. So reducing the weight is first and foremost thing. So what you can do to reduce weight, you have to do. But do not skip your meal. Do not skip your meal. Do not do fast. So that is not healthy. So instead of doing that, avoid this carbohydrate containing food, avoid this junk food, and avoid this coffee and all, and stick to the healthy diet and do some regular exercise, which is the very, very, very important thing. The regular exercise is very important thing to the PCOS condition patient. So if you are going to do these things at least for 1 to 2 months, you are going to see a major change in your life. So these are some of the key issues that I wanted to address related to the PCOS condition. So very soon I am going to upload one of the easiest and healthiest diet plan to this PCOS condition. Please do make sure that you watch even that video too, and try to have that diet if you are a PCOS condition patient, and you are going to see a major change in your health condition. So if you find this video useful to you, please like and share it with your friends. And if you have any kind of queries, and if you wanted to ask any questions, and if you want to say something about this video, please do comment in the comment section. And as I said, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.